What's up, guys? We're Winning Team, and in this video we wanted to show you some of the basic elements and the tips and tricks we used in our track Heart of a Hero.
Move my body.
I think it's fun to start out with the element that started the track. We had a good session here working with some new Winning Team music, and we started to play around with a new lead sound and came up with this melody. And that was the start of Heart of a Hero. About 30 minutes later, the melody sounded like this. Let's start out with the drop of the track. Here are the drop drums samples. And all the drop drums together. And to the drop drums, we added some special effects.
So with these sounds, we really want to emphasize the rhythm of the lead.
Let's jump into the bass. The sidechaining of the drop bass is done with Volume Shaper, and it's a really nifty plugin because you can do different areas for the frequencies. So with this, we did a bit more sidechaining for the lower frequencies of the bass. This rolling bass gives the bass a bit more progressive feeling. And helps the bass move forward. Drop leads. For this drop lead, we have 9 different sounds playing the same MIDI, and then we have one extra that is in a different bus. And this is the drop leads without any processing in the bus. Cool. A little extra lead that we usually always add in not the same bus, but we have it always as an extra. It gives some extra special character to the sound. We also have a special saw in the second part of the drop. To the lead of the drop, we did some reverb automation to give it some more emphasis on the reverb when we wanted to, and give space to the kick and the pause when we wanted to. as you see here, this area, we wanted to cut out the reverb fully to give the kicks attack of the break some space.
So first thing that we wanna show you guys about the vocal track that we made with Casey. Let's run through the main lead vocal sound without all the plugins and processing.
For the losers and the winners, for those who never asked for anything, for
And then there's a lot of automation going on between the lines that we usually do to make it a little bit tighter. So we got off all the breathing parts and the clips between the lines. As you can see, the automation of the Game plugin. Then all the Studio Magic on.
For the losers and the winners, for those who never asked for anything, for the sick.
Few things that we want to show from the A section of the song. We use the vocal synth by Isotope to make a little adjustment to the vocals. So we automated that the lead is gonna send to the vocals in just a few parts of the melody.
For the losers and the winners, for those who never asked for anything.
And the second verse, we want to point it out. We made a lot of harmonies in just on the one particular part of the song that we had it on the lyrics. So here it is without any harmonies and without the vocal synth.
All the blinded and misguided, everyone who were too scared to make a sound.
And we felt that we need a little bit more. So we, in the recording session, we added some harmonies.
All the blinded and misguided, everyone who were too scared to make a sound.
So it's gonna make a lot of difference to the mood of the song. So we made out of the original vocal track, we made out the reverse effect to the vocals. And we like it to do from the original vocal track because it's gonna fit much more better than just finding from Splice or some else sample package. We like it to do it by our own. What we did, we used the first note of the original vocals, and we just added a lot of reverb, as you can see on a 5 second, and the full mix with the FAF with the Pro Air reverb. It's great. And we just bounce it out. So ended up with the result like having the reversed version, and then we just turn it over and normalize it. So here it is.
All the fighters.
And one more thing about the harmonies and the stem track that we made it to the chorus.
We're not going down as long as there is hope for you and I. If we believe that we can find the only thing that we will sacrifice, the heart of a hero.
So as you can see, there's a lot of stem tracks and harmonies of the song, and just remember to find the right spot on the stereo picture for every harmony and the doubling track. So lead track of course have to be on the middle, in the center, and the loudest part, but all the harmonies and doubling should be a little bit panned. As you can see, we use the hard pan version because it fits to this song and make it sound like very huge, because all the harmonies are panned as hard as possible. But make sure that you're using time to find the right spot to the harmonies on the stereo picture in particular song. In this song, we made it like 100% left and 100% right because it fits to the song. But remember, try to find the right spot for every vocal track. So one more thing that we're going to show you guys is the lift part and what we did with the vocals of the track. So here it is.
The heart of a hero. I'm not going down there. The heart of a hero.
As you can hear, it's a little bit harder processing than on the other section of the song. So here are all the automation tracks what we did with the vocals. So as you can see, there's a lot of things going on. But one thing we want to show you guys is the heart of the hero part that is going to loop it out. So we made it with the manipulator and the sound shifter and with the Ender Smile from By Dad Alive. So here it is. So how it's gonna move.
Heart of a hero. I'm not going down there. The heart of a hero. Heart of a hero.
These are the elements of the second breakdown. We love to use different contact patches. This one is by Soundscore from the orchestra. And this is also from the orchestra. And then the grand piano gives the orchestra part some even more organic feel. As you see here in the MIDI, a piano is never played perfectly. All the MIDI starting points are a bit different to give it that more elastic and organic feel. In the second breakdown, the chorus part of the track, we didn't want to make a standard mayhem part with great sauce. We wanted to flip it out and give it a extra flip. This part gives a feeling of, it sounds like being outside of a club, but the tension building up in this part is huge. It's only a good kick, a bass, some sauce, and a bounced out piano. We usually never put all these four elements in the same bus, but for this one, we wanted to give it the same filter effect for all of them. And without the filter, it sounds amazing. The thing is that with the filter, there wasn't enough energy, so we used some equalizer, camel crusher, a supercharger, points for the name, and an endless smile to build it up even more. To make the second lift or build out different than the first one, we added in an extra snare roll. To give it even more tension to the build-up. Here are the build-up drums altogether. We also added one more kick to the second lift to give it that extra bit more of oomph. It drives it to the drop. And that's it for Harder for Hero. Thanks guys for listening.
See you next time.